everyone, and welcome back to, well, to the Ironside cast with me, Matt, where we are now here on Overloon with a 3v3 on the Western Front. Let's go through the players. Present the allies today. We have Commander Section Straight that gave it Armor Company for the United States of America. We have Kikirung as the British Commonwealth without a commander choice yet. And we have Mist Moon Straight that gave it Ranger Company for the United States of America. Represent the Axis today. We have Glance O2's the Wehrmacht without a commander choice. We have Kakabu straight at the gate for the Waffen-SS with Panzer Tactics. And finally, Vonnie straight at the gate with Ostdivision for the Wehrmacht. It's pretty fascinating on Overloon. This is like a Dutch/Belgian map. It's somewhere in the Benelux area. Oh, the Americans are pushed pretty far here quickly. Could be a problem potentially. Maybe the Waffen-SS are keeping an eye on the center point here. Overloon could be a very big battle here. Never know what's gonna happen. Of course, the first British rifle section you get arrives with a free burning gun. Feeling pretty good to have. But they're gonna have some trouble here because the Storm Pioneers are already keeping an eye on them. To be able to cover this area pretty well. Ooh, looks like the Pioneers actually did a good job here against the Rifleman. The Rifleman still has his M1 Garand and is trying his best here. And at this medium range, he's actually doing pretty well. But I think he's about to reload soon. Yeah, that was 8 rounds. And he goes down to the Volksgrenadier. You know, the Realism is still doing a good job over here. They want to try and kill the Pioneer, but too late. Meanwhile, we have some Osttruppen coming up behind to try and capture ground for the Wehrmacht. Big fighting going on between the British and the Waffen-SS in the center of town. I think the Waffen-SS might have to consider pulling back. The British troops are actually pretty good at using their rifles. That might be that Storm Pioneer, yep. We also have a Panzerjäger for the Waffen-SS in the field here. Not sure that's the best choice though yet, but you never know. So far they're doing a good job there from that building. And we also have a Panzer Tactics being picked here from Glanzer, or Panzer Division. We have double Panzer here for the Germans, one for the SS and one for the Wehrmacht. But so far the Grenadiers of the Panzer Division is slowly pushing up, forcing the Americans further back. Meanwhile, the Brits are trying to push up through the town center here, suffering losses as they do so. We just don't want to suffer losses like this. Instant grenade being tossed here. Didn't do too much, but it did kill one of the Panzerjägers. But the Brits have to just consider falling back here entirely. We also have a Jeep on the field here for the United States. With a 30 caliber machine gun on top. Germans are quickly taking up with their Kampfkraft center here and trying to get more units. Now still pushes down here, but the Americans are slowly being pushed back again. No, excuse me. I'm a little bit dry in my throat today. We do have an MG-34 running here for the Waffen-SS inside this structure. The Americans spotted it. Plus a pineapple grenades. Ooh, that did a lot of damage there, right there. That MG-42 might be in trouble. MG-34, I mean. Ooh, I hate having it like this. Some Hitler squads are coming up as well. Ooh, and they have grease guns on the Riflemen now. Giving them some submachine guns to work with. But they're still getting overrun there. They do take out the machine gun team. Apparently commander section is... not the commander section. Oh, something happened down here with auto moving probably that really screwed them over. We have a 30 caliber machine gun arriving here and the second 30 caliber machine gun coming up as well. Guess the American Armor Division is gonna dig in. Well, the British troops still fighting here. Down to 3 men, but they're still pretty reliable. Raid being tossed here from the Hitler Youth. Ooh, yeah, I think the Hitler Youth might win this one. Yeah. Having that MP40 on the squad leader really helps out. The more British troops slowly arriving into the town, including some biggest machine guns. Setting up over here to cover this wide area. We do have some MP40 armed Volksgrenadiers. But the Vickers is going to start opening fire on them. Thanks to the heavy cover, though, they're not being suppressed immediately. They have Comanches from the British. I think this is Royal Armored. Royal Mechanized, anyway. Yeah, they renamed it Royal Mechanized, I think. Also an MT-42 down here for the Wehrmacht. It's going to be able to cover a lot of ground. There's a lot of force in the front, though. Because machine gun is slowly pushing up and around. Hansebüchse being grabbed here by the Storm Pioneer. Sten gun armed rifle section moving up. But the Storm Pioneers are still pretty accurate. Moving down that rifle section. Center point is in the British hands now. Maybe the assault might be used here. Yeah, they know where they are. That's gonna force the machine gun back. You also have some 25th Panzergrenadiers up here from the Ostdivision. Unique Panzergrenadier available to Ostdivision, and one of the more cool looking ones, I believe. Can be equipped with a lot of cool stuff, including the improved Panzerschreck. Very few commanders actually get this improved Panzerschreck. We have lots of Waffen-SS troops coming inside the town now. But the Vickers should be able to suppress them. Yep, he got a good angle there. Rifle section moving up and around with their brain gun. They have suppressed all the Germans, so they are a lot more vulnerable. Millspot being tossed. Oh god. Yeah, British troops are pretty good if they're in the right spots. Meanwhile, the Wehrmacht has been able to overrun the American positions up here. But now the US Army Rangers are arriving in a half-track. The Germans are lacking in AT equipment. They do have a Panzerjäger on the field with a Panzerschreck. They're being rushed up. And the Ostdivision troops, Ostum does have Panzerfaust on them. So the Rangers did disembark there, which was smart. They can cover a lot more ground quickly. But they are on the open here and they are being hit hard, so they have to pull back. After pulling back with them. Is that Indian infantry? Oh, that's the, what are they called? The Coldstream Guard? Yeah, that's the Coldstream Guard. Unique rifle section available to Royal Mechanized that actually play like American infantry because they're armed with American equipment, a Thompson and Garance. They're not equipped like British infantry. Which is very cool, actually. So they have a little bit of a different utility in that way. Because being out with semi-automatic rifles is pretty good, actually. Especially when they're British troops. Suddenly they're a lot more accurate. Well, not really accurate, but they have a lot more rate of fire. British troops are all very good quality infantry. Like, look, the Germans are in trouble there, but a grenade has been tossed. Ooh, and that does enough. Storm Pioneers do go down, though. Which is somewhat of a pretty big loss, actually. But the Coldstream Guard makes it out of that. Also, we have a half-track coming out here with a post-grenadier push. It's going to be difficult to moving around. They are going to try and clear this little shed, though. Which I think they will be able to successfully do. The Americans are trying to get away. They will be able to get to British positions where they can be supported. Because the British do have an anti-tank rifle. Yeah, oh yeah, they hit the tracks there. They're going to spot this other machine gun. Playing it out, but the AT got a 80 rifles opening fire. Built too heavily damaged, but they can still move. We also have a 2-2 now out here in the fields. And that's going to be a death of this half-track, and it cannot turn around fast enough. Rangers have been equipped with slow-fire BAR, and have been equipped further with Thompsons. Because they're going to be relocating to fight the town here. Probably what they're pretty good at. Rangers are pretty good in very certain positions, actually. More Hitler youth coming up with MP4. Oh man, Kagabu has lost practically everything. Hopefully they got something else planned. They do have a tech up here, so oh no. And they also take up for early vehicles. And they're going for Fahrzeugs, or light armor support. So they might see Panther 2s potentially. Would be cool to see some Panther 2s. And a vehicle we get to see very often. We have an M20 down here. Using its 50 caliber machine gun, but there is an anti-tank rifle nearby. Of course, the armored skirts are helping it. Having 50% increased armor is a pretty big deal. Oh, but an 80 gun hits it, I think. Yep. And of course, it's cavalry troops disembark, which is unique to the M20. Basically, it always has an infantry squad inside it you can utilize. And with the machine gun gone, the Americans are going to try to attempt to push, but it's also a bunker down here. And that cavalry squad is dead. That's what they've been calling here by the lieutenant. Americans are lacking infantry support down here, though. And then my mark keeps pushing up here, engaging some range of recon. But you'll have one window here, which is not a good fight. And then the Americans move in. But they have an LMG, so they're going to actually take them out here. Ooh, 2-2 is doing a lot of work, though. Range of recon has to get out of that. No, the range of recon do have bazooka ability. Akin to a Panzerfaust, so the 2-2 has to be cautious, but instead the range of recon are pulling back, which is probably the wisest move. Let's do a tank here for the British pushing up on in the town. A Lend-Lease vehicle. Produced by the Americans, that's a satchel charge. Ooh, that's denying that building. Rain assault being tossed over the buildings. Ooh, the Brits are not prepared for this. Sappers down. Stuart being hit there. Rifle section down entirely as well. But Stuart does manage to pull back by looks of it. I'm just going on to put Germans push up here with the 2-2-2 and Ostruppen support. Americans are lacking in stuff to really fight it. They do have a recoilless rifle here. I thought that'll be enough. Stuart is still doing his best down here, using its, what's it called? Its canister shot. So you essentially turn it into a giant shotgun, which is pretty good for these kind of situations against infantry. See, the Americans really need to get some more stuff on the southern flank, though. The Germans are really getting good positions up. Let's see, we also have the Ostruppen advancing slowly. That's a Pynamo grenade on them. Lots of Americans moving out here. The 2-2 get over the fire. Oh, that's painful. They do manage to hit it with something. Oh, the AT gun. They have an AT gun nearby, which takes it out. Despite the losses, the Americans do succeed in this little push. Good for the United States, I suppose. Versus more Coldstream guards moving around. They've not been upgraded with their 5th member yet. Oh, never mind, they have. I see them now. That's an upgrade you have to do with the British now, where you have to get an extra man on all their basic infantry squads. It's cool to see the Coldstream Guard, though. It looks like the Americans are still having some issues down here. And indeed, we are going to see Panther 2s. Panther 2 Luxus. Pretty decent with its autocannon, but it's not that armored. Still, it can get the job done. Hitler Youth staying nearby to support it. Ooh, that squad might be in trouble. Yep. Mowed down in pretty quick there by the looks. A tank rifle in the side here. Oh, getting a good shot at actually hitting the driver. But that tank is going to be in trouble for a while. They do throw an incendiary grenade, I think. Yep. And there we go, looks down, unfortunately. Coldstream Guard has not had the best of luck in these situations, to be honest. There we go, they're gonna move down with Hitler Youth. Meanwhile, the Germans are still pushing up here with some stormtroopers now. You could put some PPSHs from the eastern front they've taken with them to the western fronts. Apparently. Rangers moving up here with some Thompsons. Bringing on a lot of fire. I think the Germans cannot hold this fight for a while. We do have a machine gun quickly rushing up here. Because that's a stolen 30 caliber actually. We also have a Hetzer coming up behind us. Ostruppen mowed down. Stormtroopers are the only ones holding now. Captain pushing up, but there's a machine gun sitting up. That's a very brave captain. Just as the lieutenant also called something in. Yeah, I think the Germans have lost this position. Captain might die though. He's still alive. But the captain has to get out of there. Americans are quickly pushing forwards now to try and push the Germans out. Very good play here from the Americans, just sticking it out. Letting their superior firepower eventually let them win the day. Despite their heavy losses.
Our brave infantry is dying.
Also, they are using US Army Rangers, and US Army Rangers are some of the best infantry in the game, I believe. Oh, we have a Flammenwerfer armed the Storm Pioneer into the town now. Armed with the Flammenwerfer 41, so it has increased range. Very dangerous weapon. Stuart tank pushing up. We have a Sherman now arriving on the southern flank, and several Shermans coming up behind as well. But we do see some shoe minen having been laid. Do we see any no, not S-minen, Teller mines or Eagles? I don't think so. So the Germans, I don't think are prepared for Shermans. Like, this shoe mine is not going to do anything to the Sherman, I think. I think Tractor 2 armored. More costume guard moving up, taking out the Panzerjäger. There we go. Ooh, the Germans have suffered a lot of losses here. Looks like they lost the Hetzer too. Because there's a Sherman out for the Rangers to support them. Americans are quickly overrunning the flanks. Panzer IV F1 arriving, which is not going to match up to a Sherman A2. Like, I suppose it can, but it's going to be very unlikely. Sherman A2 has a lot more armor than the F1. The F1 stop gun is not that good at dealing with tanks. At least not armored tanks. NG42 is doing a lot of work covering this wide area. Germans running low on units, very much so. Only the southern flank of the Germans still has a healthy amount of units available. We even see a Panzer IV coming out. The Germans have managed to get to that point. Germans are advancing though. Pack has to take a good shot off. German tank gets taken out. That's a very good shot for that pack, actually. Stuart preparing to make a move as well. But the Stuart has a damaged exhaust, I think. Or engine damage. But it's very slow. Smoke being popped down here on the pack. Very smart. But the Großdeutschland are nearby. Still they're being suppressed by the machine guns. Panzer IV makes his move. That Sherman has to get out of there. I don't think the Sherman A2 can fight a Panzer IV. The H, I believe, is after all the best version of the Panzer IV. In all aspects. It's a very competent medium tank. There we go, takes out the Sherman. F1 just keeps an overwatch over here while the Americans are securing more ground. They even call it a major. Most of the US Army Rangers are getting all their command staff on the field. You know, the Brits have no sign of a single officer on the field. Oh wait, never mind, we have a captain here for the southern flank. That's supposed to be cautious with the 80 gun around. Also the Sherman 76 from the British coming down here to support with some Coldstream guards. Coldstream guard are trained to fight alongside vehicles, I believe. Panzer IV tried to take a shot there. It killed one British soldier, but nothing else. Ooh, good shot there from the H again. 76 not getting a lot of luck there. More down to Großdeutschland though, which is a big loss. Großdeutschland are not cheap. Ooh, some scavenging here from the Storm Pioneers, good to see. Attended a Teller mine on the road. Smart, but it got denied by the British machine gun here. But the Americans are still moving around. There's some fuel being airdropped in the American base, available to all allied tank commanders. They can just drop fuel into their base when they need it. Pretty useful. Oh, someone is preparing a long-term barrage. Oh shit! Oh shit! The U.S. Major gets the long-term barrage. I thought they would get the Black Dragon. I guess the Black Dragon is not a thing anymore. But holy shit! Okay, unless they can stop the Major here, this entire area is soon gonna get flattened. But I think they'll be able to stop it. Yeah, they'll be able to stop it. That's unfortunate. I would have loved to see a long-term barrage here because literally this entire section of the map here would just get flattened. That's why you see that the charge up time is so long. You really get to see some big abilities like that happen. So the Germans are really trying to push out here with Storm Pioneers. Americans have suffered some heavy losses though recently. Losing a bunch of their command staff is not cheap. That's a grenade there from the Ostruppen. So it's an egg grenade, yep, but it manages to kill. Panzer's out in the open there, they get pinned by all the machine gun fire. Stuart tank is still alive somehow, 776 having a fight, will soon engage with the Panzer IV. Both tanks are having an issue trying to figure out who's going to strike first. Stuart is serving as a recon tank. Shot did not penetrate. Neither did it from the Allied side, I mean. Means that's the American, but there's also British there. It's a full-on Allied side. We do have a Panther tank coming up for the Waffenses Panzers, which will certainly be a lot of work for the Allies to deal with. Ship has a lot of machine guns, and these Storm Pioneers are being very suicidal, trying to rush out in the open there. Because that's 230 calibers and a 50 caliber on top. To mention the crew of that 80 gun just opening fire on them. With no cover there, they just get suppressed out in the open. They're getting pretty far though, which does show how experienced they are. Oh, we have a T-44 here for the Wehrmacht support. Must be very awkward for the Americans facing a T-44 all of a sudden. Which is mechanized to getting more units, including a Firefly. Sherman mounted with a 17 pounder, I believe. And we have several Sherman 76s arriving here for the United States armor. Trying to figure out where to push. Lieutenant is taking some big shots there. T-34 somehow pushing forwards. And now there's a Panther to support it. I'm not sure if it's correct, but there's some stuff I heard about that T-34 inspired the Panther somewhat, but I'm not sure how accurate that is. That wouldn't really make a lot of sense to me when I hear it. Never know. Ooh, oh yeah. Sherman gets taken out by the Panther as the T-34 is serving as a good distraction. Honestly, that T-34 is serving as a lot of a good distraction. Now with the Panther here, I think the Germans can start pushing back. In for a long match here, folks. And also weird physics things like this ballerina telephone pole or whatever it is. Electricity pole? What do you call these things? The Panthers are going to start pushing forwards with lots of German support. Stormtroopers are present as well. There's an American 48 HQ, but I don't think it'll last long. Which his armor is being relocated to help deal with this sudden advance from the Germans. Including they have tulip rockets here on the Firefly. 60-pound rockets. Oh, they are even managed to penetrate with the 17-pound on the Panther there. That's going to force the Panther off. We do have a Hauptmann here for the Wehrmacht to oversee the front line, but he's not in the best position of his life. Once the MG42 gets there, he's going to try and pull back, potentially. You know, the southern flank, we just have the Wehrmacht holding on. Having a prolonged firefight here with the United States, or like a small artillery fight between mortars, actually. British armor is going to have issues pushing up here. There's a lot of German units. And Germans also quickly manning all the equipment they can find. 25th Panzergrenadiers also rush to the front now with improved Panzer strengths. There they go. But the Rangers and the British are trying their best to try and push back. They push here from the Coldstream Guards. Shotgun, well, canister round based. Stuart doing a good job. 80 gun is going to get cleared. F1 shows itself. Gets hit by a bazooka from the Ranger Recon. Artillery going in. Rangers pushing up, they'll be able to take out those 25th. Oh, 25th manages to get out of there. War British rifle sections are arriving. The canister rounds keeps being fired. We do have an blitz setting up to near the front line for the Germans to help hold the area down somewhat. Hauptmann is going to call in an artillery strike. Allied armor is not that pressed anymore. We only have a Stuart. So the ship got pulled back for repairs. Same with the Firefly. And this little Stuart is not going to be able to do anything against these tanks. And with that, the Allies pull back. Ooh, Stuart finally goes down there. Well, this is going on. The Allies are preparing a push down here, but it's bottlenecked. There's not a lot of movement they can do down here. They might be able to take out that pack crew, though. Yeah, there they go. Machine gun takes them out. What's artillery calling him by another Hauptmann? Not sure what artillery strike this is. Is this just normal artillery? Yeah. This is normal shells from a 10.5. I think it's a 10.5. Yeah, 10.5 centimeter. Yeah, well, the Waffen says the Wehrmacht is just pushing up here. There's been no real move in the town. Despite it's probably the Germans' vulnerable side is in the town, actually. Center's not really being covered. But the Allies are not really taking advantage of it. They're pulling out a lot of Coldstream Guard, though. Meanwhile, the Wehrmacht is pulling up more troops to support the Waffen-SS here. That Panther's going to be really good. Oh, they just demo charging the structure. Guess they will deny it. Oh, it's a trap, I think. Oh, never mind. They just completely blow it up. All 3 buildings are going to burn down now. Lots of American troops moving out here. I would say a few British troops for support, but those flamethrowers could be a lot of issues. Good shot there from the Firefly. Never mind, the Allies are actually doing a pretty good job here. Tulip rockets. One hits the T-34. It's gonna force T-34 back. Rangers having issues moving out here. Panthers trying to relocate and get some repairs potentially. We do have a jumbo Sherman here, unique to US Rangers. It's an up-armored Sherman. I believe this is actually the heaviest vehicle that the United States has available to them in the mod. It's even heavier armor than the Pershing. Doesn't have as good of a gun, obviously. Well, this is going on, so the Allies actually managed to push through. I missed that somehow. But we do have a King Tiger being prepared by the Wehrmacht. I don't think the Allies can stop that yet. You never know. A King Tiger's not an easy target, that's for damn sure. So, just drinking my Coke here. Just needed something to drink. It's a pretty long match by the looks of it, and I need the caffeine. And unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately, I don't drink coffee. Of course, I have to actually keep a watch out for my sugar-free sodas now, because apparently aspartame is a pretty big carcinogenic. At least that's what I heard. So I'm only drinking diet sodas that doesn't have aspartame in it. I think there's local Danish soda, Danish cola, which is the diet one. Doesn't have aspartame in it. And I think that's good for me to just stick to that for a while. But you never know. Anyway. Panthers keeping the Shermans at bay for now. Outside that little AT gun they've stolen. But they are gonna have issues dealing with that jumbo unless they get some lucky penetrations. The jumbo is oftentimes very hard to get through, but it's still just Sherman. This is really good frontal armor. 76 pushing up here. Ooh, Panther takes a good shot at that. Jumbo's just really serving as a distraction right now, isn't it? Tiger tank is being repaired. You know, the allies keep trying to push down here. Panzer is gonna try and just be a holding block for a while. He just needs to wait for that King Tiger to arrive. And so far it's doing a good job. There's a second Sherman coming up. Oh, critical hit. It does take out a Sherman there. Can the Panther fall back off? Looks like it can. It's safe. Panzerfaust 10 didn't go off there. You have an M10 arriving here for the British now. An American tank destroyer, again Lend-Lease. Open top. Very unique design, to be honest. I think the Allied tank destroyers had a very unique design to them. German sharpshooters on the field, and that's not really working out for him. Yep. Move down out in the open. Lots of artillery strikes going in. But Germans are preparing to assault again. Just the US Rangers try to push up through the open, which is not going to work for them. You have an 88 also being set up here by the Ostdivision. Never mind, they cancel it. Artillery being called here by the US Army Lieutenant. They do take out the AT gun. Sturmpioneer is advancing up again. You have some big fights going on here, but the King Tiger is now arriving for the southern flank, and I don't think the Americans are prepared to fight this thing. This thing is an absolute monster if used correctly. Very few vehicles can fight. Like one shot with a Sherman and it's gone. That's the power of the 88mm gun. All the Allied forces are prepared up here though. But can they push through all the other forces that are prepared? They're setting up Panther term now, actually. And they even have a Tiger up here now, so they also have another 88mm gun. And the 88mm guns are really scary. You always want to be cautious with them. Or against them, rather. You also have a Feldpunktgerät going up. The Germans are doing everything at the moment. Even scavenging some wrecks, good to see. But with that Panther term up, it's going to be even harder to hold. Is that Tiger being... That Tiger needs to be cautious. It is just a Tiger. But so far it's holding up. Taking out one Firefly, then pulling back. The Allies need to consider what to do here. Because... Oh, the Allies are getting a Pershing, though. Which does have a gun that could penetrate the front of the King Tiger. With its 90mm. Oh, we have some Poles. Unique battle group available to the British. If you're playing as well mechanized, you get the Polish troops. The first Polish armored. I think that's through the M10 arrived with. I might be wrong, but sounds about right if I remember correctly. In a while since I've seen the British battle groups. We rarely get to see battle groups anymore. It's cool to see that the Polish armor got pulled in. Shout out to all the Poles. King Tiger's on the move. Oh, let's see how this monster works. Quickly already, the Allies have to do something to deal with this. Like a King Tiger is no joke if you see it. But if it's overextended, it can quickly just become a waste of resources. But I don't think Lancer is gonna waste it. They just need to keep some infantry support near it. I guess the Austrian can also help with that. They can help deal with any aircraft that might come for it. Not that we've seen any air from the United States. The Allies are prepared here in a prepared position somewhat. But that cover's gone now. And then the Austrian can take an accurate shot with its 3.7mm flak. That is a pretty big flak when you think about it. Oh, these Shermans could be in trouble. I don't think the jumbo can hold to an 88. Pershing has arrived and they all clumped up though. Yeah, jumbo took a shot and survived, but that's about it. And with that, the Tiger decides to pull back, realizing that might be a little bit too much armor here. Takes out another Sherman on the retreat though. No, it's still going. This is risky. So far it's working out though. But the Pershing is a little bit of a danger. This is going on, the Path of the Cess and Wehrmacht is preparing to push up here with their tanks. Panther and Tiger on the move with some Sturmheimer support, but the Fireflies get some good shots off, but it has to pull back. Vision block damage on the Tiger. And the Tiger's not that armored actually compared to like the Panther's frontal armor and the King Tiger. It just has a good gun. Like, it still has impressive armor, but just compared to like late war tanks like the Panther has more frontal armor than the Tiger. There's so much going on over here. Panther gets taken out by the Firefly. No, was it a Sherman actually? Oh, it's the Sherman, not the Firefly. I suppose they're both Shermans, but like the Sherman 76. And well, the Wehrmacht start pushing up here thanks to the King Tiger. Panzer is being kept on the flank. That's a little bit of an observation tank by the looks of it. Because they have a Panzer office here keeping eyes out. Pershing needs some repairs. Second Pershing coming out. The Americans have lost practically everything down here actually. They're running quite low on units. Jumbo needs some repairs. You know, the Brits have just been delegated to fighting up here by the looks of it. Even digging in with some Czech hedgehogs. Really going all the way. But these riflemen are just not able to get through, I think. Pershing has to be very, very cautious. Not looking good for the United States at all. King Tiger on the move again. It's a Veterancy 2 King Tiger, so this thing is already going to be very, very dangerous. If it gets the Veterancy 3, it is very hard to deal with. I think we might actually soon see that potentially if they go for tank Veterancy. Structure destroyed here. Also the the Panzer, Großdeutschland Division is taking up position in this trench. But for how long? Because they're suffering some big losses there. Yeah, those Rangers are doing a good job actually killing the Großdeutschland. Great being tossed into the trench. More fuel being added up from the United States. Rangers tried to push up here, but the Germans are covering it. We also have an Elephant coming out here for the Ostdivision. So the Germans are getting all the big vehicles at the moment. Every single German commander can get a big vehicle at the moment from these choices. I don't think the Allies can deal with this. They are getting another Firefly though, so they're getting a lot of big guns. Tiger tank coming out here for the Wehrmacht as well to supplement the King Tiger. Effort on the move. Pretty gonna rush down this machine gun, loading the smoke rounds, but it doesn't hit the machine gun itself. Still, the Sturmheinis will not be suppressed when they're near the tank. And they also managed to kill the gun on that, so they can easily push up. German 76 moving to try and intercept. Because the F1 cannot fight the Shermans this close. Oh well, it can, but its small gun has a very short, low penetration chance, but it did penetrate there. King Tiger pushing up here, got a good shot on that one Pershing. Oh, Pershing penetrated! That King Tiger has to get the hell back! The But this thing needs to pull back for some lengthy repairs now. But it's a veteran free King Tiger now.
We are losing Soldaten.
You know, the allies are pushing through the town now. Probably realizing it's somewhat vulnerable. We do have commando bungalows being set up by the Ostdivision. Tiger tank might be relocated to the town here. King Tiger has to pull pretty far back for repairs. The Tiger's gonna move into the town. That might be that Ranger squad. Yep. Got her injured though. Fights in the 76. That's gonna allow the 76 to back off somewhat. Jumbo down here now. Laying out the pack. And because the King Tiger's pulled back, the Germans are actually lacking stuff that can fight the Jumbo. I guess except this other Tiger coming up. Oh, Panzerfaust tried to hit but didn't penetrate. Glad was not too pleased about that. I suppose that happens, but the Jumbo is pretty damn armored, so it's kind of to be expected. I guess they just made a Sherman and decided to see how much armor they could fit in the thing before it breaks down. But here's the 88mm. And don't think the Jumbo can hold up to an 88. Never mind, it's hold up to an 88 there. Can it hold up to a second 88 shot? Nope. That penetrated, so this Jumbo has to pull back. Mthis hitting there around the edge of town. Elefant now open, and we also have the Romanians. Not sure if there were any Romanians that fought on the Western Front, but here they are. We have Romanians now in the Benelux against the Allies. Of course, if there were any Romanians that actually fought on the Western Front, you can tell me in the comments, but I have no idea. It sounds very unlikely. Let's see, we have a Panzer IV pushing up here against the Poles and the British. M10 sitting up. A good shot there. And we do have this 17-pounder as well. That Storm Pioneer squad is gonna die. So the King Tiger has already been prepared. Let's make its move. Americans are quickly trying to lay down some mines. Those are only anti-infantry mines though. Oh, we also have some Panzer Grenadiers here. The Germans bring out all the other troops now. Tiger tank on the move. And King Tiger pushing up as well. They need some more infantry to support them though. Because the Americans are prepared with all their purchasings here. So it's a Sherman EC8. If the Sherman EC8 can quickly get on the flank while the Persians distract, they can do a lot of work. Panzer Grenadiers are clearing out this center of town. With their Sturmgewehrs. Big artillery strikes going on there, not hitting much. A good grenade there from the Rangers. Lots of Tiger tanks have been prepared on the northern flank. But barely any infantry has been prepared. Well, I guess the Wehrmacht is going to supplement the infantry with by using the Romanians. Took his first to open fire. And well, the Brits are digging in with another 17-pounder here. Brits have really set up a fortified line of vehicles. And 17-pounders. And taking some shots here. And 10 does have pretty good firing range. This took us a first opening fire. There's gonna be a second one soon. Ooh, got some good shots there, actually clearing out one of the 17s. And the second one is gonna fire. And followed by that, I think the Tiger's gonna advance. With the Elephants as well. That's exactly what the Germans did. They even took out the 17-pounder position. And here comes the push. Tigers, Elephants, T-34s, Panzer IVs, Romanians. Oh my god, so much here. I don't think the Brits are prepared for this. Tigers are taking some shots, but they are holding on. Sherman on the flank. But the Fireflies are getting taken out one by one. Jumbo's not getting the best of luck here. M10 can get some good side shots though. Elephant turning around, 88 straight into Jumbo. So much armor here. What's this going on? The other vehicles are arriving from the other flank. Panzerknacker here on the Jumbo. That's going to be the end of it. What? What? The Panzerknacker didn't get through? Well, I suppose it did do some damage, but the Jumbo survived the Panzerknacker. Well, if you were down in the armor of the Jumbo Sherman now, that should definitely tell you that it's very armored. Pershings have arrived. So the Germans are suffering lots of losses. Elephant back it overrun here. This is... Oh no, never mind! M10 got it! Oh, the Germans had big trouble now. The King Tiger's trying... I think that's just a normal Tiger. Trying to relocate to the northern flank, but it's gonna arrive a little bit too late. And the M10, yeah, the M10 did a great job. Don't underestimate a cheaper vehicle. Like, sometimes a cheaper vehicle in the right position can get the job done. And very good for that Pershing. That's very lucky to survive that many shots. Yes, the armor saves, but just really lucky this time. Oh, no, that's a Tiger on the flank, though. Person that gets taken out by a Panzerschreck. Driver injured on the Tiger, but... Oh! Jumper's holding up. Bazooka in the rear. Does the penetrates. Jumper does fire faster, though. And the Jumper's armor's holding up. There goes Tiger down. Good job, Jumbo. Where's the King Tiger, though? I guess the King Tiger's remaining down here. Yalas might be able to turn this around. I thought the Germans would be able to push through there, but that was very costly for the Germans. Jumbo's just on a roll. Fucking love the Jumbo Sherman. Also, with some foot rounds though landing around. Looks like they're gonna attempt another Panzerknacker. They can get in the rear of it. Here's the King Tiger. That might be the Jumbo. Yeah, good shot there. Oh, that's the wet phosphorus round, actually. Try and buy themselves time to get away. That's actually pretty smart. But will it last? Nope. Jumbo got taken out. Now the King Tiger's still on a roll. It's a Vet 24 King Tiger. It's going to be very hard to deal with it unless they can get some kind of artillery strike or get on the flank of it. Like the Major's behind it, but the Major can't really do much. Ooh, the easy hits are going for it. The easy hits are going for it. It's turning its ass. Oh no, that's a death sentence for the King Tiger. Yeah, Sherman's going to try and overrun it. Smoke popped. That's going to allow the Shermans to keep encroaching. Oh! Takes out one EC8 there. But the Shermans around the flank. And transmission's being hit. Panzer Boy, it's down. And the King Tiger is down. Oh my god. Well, this is going on. We also have the Hungarians now trying to advance, fucking mowed down. Oh my god. Oh wait, that's cool. We don't get to see that every day. But the Germans are bringing out more and more heavy armor, but not sure what Glance is going to do. They might be setting up another King Tiger. But is that worth it? Because the Germans can just overrun it. Oh my god. Quite a match so far, quite a match. Big applause to all the players. Are those Hungarians or Romanians? I think those might be Hungarian. Regardless, though, it's not really working out for them. Youngs are losing practically all their units. That's going to allow the Americans to keep advancing. They just need the infantry to do so. But this is a huge tank fight, to be honest. Like, lots of tanks have been fighting here. 76 fighting here, gets destroyed by the 88. Rangers getting on the flank here. They can't really do much in the half track. Quick jumping out. Saving themselves. Will the Allied forces keep advancing? Not a tank gets taken out. Sometimes the heaviest tanks are not the most reliable in this case. Just having a lot of decent medium tanks, like the American Sherman, can really get the job done, because the Sherman is not a bad tank at all. The Sherman is cheap, reliable, and can get the job done. Good armor and a good gun. It's really all you need. Of course, it has good speed too. And the Firefly from the British really supports well here. I think the Allies might have this. The Germans are quickly relocating their Tigers to defend the base. Or their singular Tiger in this case. It is a veteran-free Tiger, so depending on how to use it. Although I think the tank command is going to get destroyed here from the Mthis soon. There it goes. Another King Tiger is being prepared. But will arrive in time. Ooh, Panzerwreck here straight on the Pershing and gets taken up by the 88. That's now a veteran C4 Tiger. Man, this is a good fight. I like this. Jumbo managed to deflect again. That jump was just such a saving grace here for the Allies. If they didn't have those jumbos to soak up all those shots, they would have suffered much heavier losses. That's why you should never underestimate a jumbo. But the Allies are just pushing forwards now. Take on an MG team. There's the EC8s moving around. Panzer Grenadiers trying to get inside the building. But they are going to be surrounded there. You do manage to take out one EC8 there with a Panzerwreck. The building goes down and they all die. King Tiger now reveals itself. So there's some push shots that going in. The Allies need to get around that King Tiger. Jumbo's going to try and be a brave hero here. Oh, but gets hit by the other Tiger. We now have double 88s working together, which will certainly be a problem even for the Jumbos. He's here to go and try and get on the flank. Firefly gets hit. Managed to get a tulip rocket off, didn't do anything. And that's going to be an 88. Oh, managed to hide behind the shit. Smoke popped. Takes a shot, didn't hit anything. Firefly trying to take a shot here. Firing tulip rockets. Missing! One shot hit! He's here going in for the kill. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Yeah, the other Tiger tank covered it. Actually, that was the Elephant. Looks like the 3 heavy vehicles are again on the field here for each commander. Allies just suffered catastrophic armored losses there. But I still think the Allies have the upper hand here, because as this is going on, a Jumbo is pushing on the other flank. They just need to push through with infantry up here. There's only the Panther that machine gun holding it. Elephant is being relocated though. Another Tiger tank being prepared. The King Tiger needs drastic repairs quickly. But the Allies need to get some more infantry out. I feel they rely a little bit too much on armor. Ranger does have lots of infantry, so that's fine. Ranger's doing a good job on that. But you do need infantry to push. More infantry also coming out for the Ostdivision. No infantry really for the Mthis though, but I do keep these two Gustavus in reserve. I know when they might be useful. They did do a lot here to just halt the Allies. And look at all the tank wrecks scattered around here. More supplies are being airdropped though. And the Allies are pushing in all of their armored forces into this area. What's so important about this little tiny crossroads, I wonder? Because this is a huge tank fight. In fact, the Germans have had 2 elephants here too. That's like, ooh. You can see the blown out wreck of one of them here. You know, the US is slowly pushing through the town still. And that infantry to that trench is doing a lot of work. Rangers are going to try and get another flank where it cannot turn. They're still being shot though as they approach. They manage to get a satchel charge off, but they die in the attempt. Destroying both trenches. While this is going on though, the Germans are advancing down here with a Tiger Ace, I would say this is, at Infantry 5. And the King Tiger. That's like a really skilled Tiger crew they have here. Person's gonna try and get a shot in here. Doesn't hit, there's too many wrecks in the way. Ooh. Tulip rockets hit. Hitting the driver. Also with a push shot going in. Stunning all the Fireflies. Which opens them up to a further assault from the other tanks. But too many wrecks gets hit by the Tulip rockets. And well, the Wehrmacht has managed to get some troops inside the town. The Tiger Ace is just slowly advancing now. And this battle has gone in all kind of directions. I thought the Allies really had it. They actually got up to the base, but then the Germans were able to push back thanks to the King Tiger and the other Tiger working together. They should not be in trouble though, because there's some Grenadiers on the side. And the Allies are running out of troops. Panzerhaus hits Sherman 76, but it still is able to back off.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
I think the Germans might actually have this if they can keep this going. You just need to keep this push going once the tanks are ready again. And the Tiger tanks are certainly helping a lot here. Person though could be a threat. Yep, that's what happens. Smoke pop there by the Tiger Ace team. They're pulling back. Ammo cooked there inside the Firefly. But Person gets some good shots off on the other Tiger. Elephant mainman remains over here and getting some more Romanians to support. To supplement the front line. And this is such a good battle. Ooh, not looking good there though. Man, we're almost an hour in. This has been a very long match indeed. The Sherman pushing up here. Ideas are still holding around. But now there's some US riflemen inside the town. That's not going to work out. Yeah, getting mowed down there. Sherman's trying to push it here. It's not going to work against an elephant. Yeah, elephant took a long range shot there. And both sides are just suffering heavy losses in this place. Such carnage. But I feel like the Allies might not be able to hold on. Yeah, the Tigers and the King Tigers preparing to move now again. Speaking of Tigers, we have another Tiger arriving. Like all the German heavy armors running. Lucas is opening fire. Not sure what they're hitting at. Just trying to clear out the way ahead. In case there were any tanks present. That's actually pretty smart. So like they can stun all the enemies. And then they push. That's like how you're supposed to use them. A Firefly has to be very careful. Mining attempts are being prepared here.
Anti-tank gun, ready for action.
But probably the allies realize they might be pushed back entirely. They got spotted there. Firefly did not penetrate. Oh, that's a penetrate, did some minor damage. At this point, looks like the allies surrender. In a good long match, though. This was quite a chaotic fight. Lots of good points. I'll see you on the next one, everyone. Bye-bye.